Hello and welcome to another episode of the Super Soul Model series. I'm your host, James Granstrom, and thank you so much for tuning in today. And today I've got my dear friend, Amy Clay, who's part of Amy's ashram that I'm speaking with. Welcome, Amy.
Hello everybody. I'm so pleased to be here.
Amy is not only a yoga teacher, but she is the founder member of Amy's ashram, and she's been studying yoga for years, and now she's helping people find health, happiness and healing using essential oils. And we're going to be talking to Amy specifically about her journey and how it's led up to being able to help people and uplift them using essential oils. And she's going to dive deep into sharing with us so that we can learn about how we can use essential oils to benefit our life and the ones that we care about at home. Amy, can you tell us a little bit about your story? First and foremost, welcome, my darling. It's great to see you again, and thank you for coming on the Super Soul Model series. It's great to have another Super Soul Model sharing their wisdom on the channel, and I'd love to learn some more tips about what you have to share, because I know you've been doing this for a while, and you've got lots of hints and tips that can better our lives and our families' lives.
Oh, thank you, James. Yeah, I'm really honoured that you've asked me to come on here and talk. My story is, I've always been fascinated with wellness and really drawn to it. And I've always looked and visioned my future self as one of vibrant health. And as you've mentioned, I got into yoga and started teaching yoga, and following that I went into work in the events industry, which I became very exhausted in, living and working in London. And while I was doing that, I just needed to get away, and so I went off and set up a retreat company in Ibiza. And about the same time, a yoga studio, and I went on to set up a yoga teacher training course. And all of this was amazing, and I was doing some beautiful retreats in Thailand and Mexico. And then I had a little boy, a little baby, and I realized I can't do this anymore. I just want to be at home.
Yeah. And
running the teacher training, mentoring yoga teachers, it was just too much. And when you're teaching yoga, it's night time when everybody's finished work. So all I wanted to do was just be cuddling my little boy to sleep, teaching people yoga.
There's real freedom in like making that new decision, isn't there? You want to be with the people you love. That's what's important about life, and it's really precious.
Totally. And I really had to evaluate what I was doing, and what was so important to me before completely flipped on its head. So I became really stressed. I was running exhibitions in London and Manchester with the yoga shows, and I was heading for a breakdown, mentally, physically, emotionally.
How long ago was this?
That was in 2017.
Okay.
So 3 years ago. And something very incredible happened, and I discovered doTERRA essential oils, which completely changed everything for me, and the way that I look after myself and the way that I started to look after my family. I couldn't actually believe the difference, and that there was something so profound out there, because I was teaching yoga and advocating wellness to my community, and I was in a real pickle. And I thought, why am I advocating wellness when I'm not well myself?
Yeah, there's that congruency that kicks in, isn't it? We all have pain, we all have challenges, and it's just like in life, it's like, how do we deal with that? Because when it's great, you don't question it, but when it's not great, you question everything. And and if you're picturing, as you were saying, like that wellness in your mind, this is what I am. I'm well. I'm moving towards a really fantastic sense of vitality. But if you're not feeling it because you're feeling emotionally drained due to your work or something, you know that something's got to change.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And these oils came into my life, and they just showed me this way of connecting to myself and understanding myself on levels I'd never even been to before. And I'd always used essential oils, but I'd never got my hands on these oils. These are so pure. They're like the potency of them is just out of this world. And the difference was also the community of people that helped me understand how to use them. And so I slowly started making changes in my daily life and using these oils in our home. We swapped out all of our cleaning products, all of our medicine cabinets. I couldn't believe the stuff we were hoarding in the medicine cabinet.
Yeah.
Crazy. Now we don't have any of that. We do have a bottle of Calpol and we have some paracetamol, but I always go to those last resort, and everything, all the time, we always go to the oils. And everybody knows in our house that if there's something wrong, then we go to the oils to, you know, if somebody's got a bruise or a bump or a sore throat, whatever it is, we go to the oils. And
that's amazing. And how old's your little boy now?
He's 3.
He's 3.
Yeah. And he knows what to do. So if he's got a tummy
and your
ache,
husband as well, does he know what to do? Saul is a great guy. I love Saul. Does he know what to do? Do you teach him what to do, or does he know already? Or, you know, what's the family dynamic? You know, is he still old school, or is he, you know, is he learning? What's happening?
Yeah. So with Saul, I thought I'm just gonna let him come to it in his own time, and I just started using them. And 3 years in, he knows what to do, and he can go to the oils. Trying to think what Saul uses them for the most. There is some really great oils for digestion, and Saul uses them to support his digestive system. And he has a diffuser in his office to help him focus.
Amazing.
Yeah, he loves like orange and lemon and lime, and he diffuses those to help him feel energized and you know, clear when he's working. And Ace, he just loves the oils. He's got his own, and we put them on at bedtime on his back. So that was one of my huge things that really inspired me to do, was to make it normal that my boys grow up in an environment where they understand how to use natural plants to look after themselves. And they just instantly know if they're feeling sad, they can go and put on some wild orange to make them feel happy, rather than, you know, when they're older, if they're feeling sad, they go and drink a bottle of vodka, or, I mean, they're going to grow up, they're going to be teenage boys, but on top of all that, they're just going to know.
I think that it's really the education, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm so that's a huge why for me, is my boys, and showing them how to live a natural solutions lifestyle. Yeah.
And you put that, you know, it's got so many win-wins on top of it though, hasn't it, Amy? It's like a win not only for your mood, not only for your body, it's non-toxic. It's obviously not hurting the environment because you're using Mother Nature to help you heal, you know. Just like so many things. I know a little bit about essential oils, but obviously, you know, you're the expert. Once upon a time, when I was drinking, I fell over on my head, and my girlfriend's mum, I knew I had a modelling shoot like coming up really soon, and I'd like properly grazed like this over here. I don't know if you can see, but just over here, like I'd done like a big C around my eye, and I'd like literally gone over on my face like again. And I was like, you know, I was feeling at an all-time one of my all-time lows, you know what I mean? And this is how I first got introduced to essential oils. And my girlfriend's mum at the time, she said, "Oh, if you put a bit of lavender on a piece of tissue paper, it will make everything, you know, a few drops, and then you just hold it on there. The scab will heal, and the skin, you know, will be perhaps unblemished. And I was like, well, I've never heard that before, because my mum, you know, still to this day loves putting a bit of germaline on it.
Yeah.
And you know, there's a you know, there's something to that, of course, but there was something that was really quite exciting for me to discover something new that I'd never heard about, like the lavender as a skin healer. I was like, well, as a scab healer, sorry. And then I tried it, and you know,
Yeah.
I have nothing there at all. And I did get to that shoot, and it did work out, you know, because the skin had repaired quick enough.
Amazing.
I was like, I was actually flabbergasted. So that was my entry into. So lavender was my entry point into just understanding a little bit about essential oils. So, yeah, quite interesting. But I think what I wanted to sort of touch on with you is, you know, so for instance, can you go through a few of the essential oils that you think are, you know, these are the first ones that you want to take in your house, bring them home, get some, and then what they do? Because, you know, everyone needs to start somewhere. So I started with lavender, and I'm sure lots of people have heard of the stuff. But if you can give us at least, you know, give us a few ideas of what each one does and why you should have them in your home right now.
Absolutely. Yes. Okay, so lavender, definitely. And lavender is one that everybody probably already has in their home or definitely heard of. Lavender is so wonderful for calming and stress. So I've got lavender here in a roller ball, which is great because you could just instantly roll them onto your skin. And lavender is really good for stress. So you could roll that onto your heart center.
Okay.
Feeling a bit stressed. And I think so many people are stressed right now with what's going on in the world. So lavender is really helpful.
Can I see lavender, the bottle? Can I see the front of the bottle just quickly?
Like this.
Yeah. And that's doTERRA. Yeah, that amazing. Okay. Yeah. And would you put it on? So you put it on your heart area, but would you put it on your temples, or would you put it on your wrists, or would you just put it on the heart? What do you recommend from your experience?
You can put it wherever you feel intuitively drawn to place it. For stress, I like to put it on my heart, but you could put it on your wrists. You could put it behind your ears, where the pulse points are. You can also put it at the back of the neck. That's a nice place. And also the soles of the feet are a really great place to put.
Okay.
Yes. There's lots of nerve endings down in the soles of the feet. And so nighttime, it's a really good place to put your oils. And also, so first thing in the morning and in the evening, when you've got, you know, your feet are available to you and they're nice and clean, it's a nice time to put oils on your feet. So lavender is a really good one for sleep. So putting that on at nighttime is a really good idea. Okay. And then another oil which I had never ever had until I discovered doTERRA, which is frankincense.
Right. And what does frankincense do?
Oh, it's just incredible. It's got this really rich, deep, earthy aroma to it, and it's very centering. It's the oil of love and truth. So it really holds you throughout the day, and it makes you feel very centered. It's wonderful for those who are feeling a little bit low, depressed. It's an antidepressant.
Okay.
It's great for cell renewal. So I put a drop every morning in my in my face cream, and then I take a few breaths. And I just, as I'm inhaling, I just come into my center and think about how I'm going to be calm and be patient with my children through the day. So it's just really nice to
when I listen to you speak, Amy, I kind of like get this feeling that you're creating this sanctuary, you know, as you start the day. And for me, like, I'm all about having like amazing rituals, and I feel like this could be like another ritual that I could add to my morning. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I'm
definitely.
quite
I'm going to send
fascinated.
you
I'm
some
fascinated
frankincense.
by that, because once you start getting into wellness and you start to, have this, if you don't feel good, you're like, that, you feel like this is weird, because
Mm,
you get so used to feeling such vitality. At least this is my experience. And if I can add something to it that I know will help, and obviously I have to try and test it a few times, but if I can do that, I know that I'm going to be better off for it, and the people that I interact with in the day will be better off because of my mood. So that was one of the things that I love about it, you know, the essential oils, particularly that frankincense. It feels like it's going to change your mood quickly. Do you know what I mean? So,
mm.
and a better mood, you get a better experience.
Yeah, you feel really, really centered. And I'm going to send you some. I think you'll really enjoy
Oh,
it.
thank you so much. I can't wait, and
Yeah.
I'll share that with people, which ones you send me, and then I'll list some of the things after a little bit of time, what's worked, and how I've applied it. So I'm very excited
Yeah.
about that. Thank you so much. So we've gone lavender, we've done frankincense. So lavender is very relaxing and reduces stress. Frankincense is very grounding and an antidepressant. What's another one?
Yeah. So another one is peppermint. Peppermint
Okay.
is
What does that
just
do?
really invigorating. It brings lots of energy. So it's a really good one to have while you're working at your desk, or maybe at like 2 in the afternoon when you're just like running out of energy or mind clarity.
Okay.
And you can diffuse peppermint.
So how would you do? So what would be a set? Well, how would I diffuse that then?
So diffusing peppermint, I'm going to see if I can get Ace's diffuser. 1 second. So this is Ace's elephant diffuser. And
I've never seen a child's diffuser before, but that is pretty special. Okay.
he loves it so much. So you fill it up with water,
Yeah.
and then you would put, for kids, you only need to put 1 drop because these oils are so potent.
Okay.
But I'd say for an adult, you could put up to 6 drops in. And then, yeah, just put the lid on and press go, and that'll diffuse. They usually, I think they've got like timers of 30 minutes, so
Okay.
you can set it off.
So basically that,
And
what's that doing for you? So let's just say you're going to put the peppermint in Ace's, your little baby's diffuser, so that they
yeah,
inhale that. And what's that doing for the little one, or what's that doing for us? As if we do it for ourselves, we'll put that in our office or whatever. What's that going to do for us?
yeah. So peppermint it'll really uplift the energy and make it very clear. It just opens up your mind. So if you've just been working at your desk all day, you've not left your computer for maybe 3 or 4 hours, and you just not even had water, imagine that feeling. And then if you were to put the diffuser on with peppermint, you get this feeling of like you've just been for a big run and you've drunk loads of water and your mind is open and you just feel really great. And that's how peppermint would make you feel.
Well, I like the sound of that one. Okay. I like the sound of that one. That sounds like my kind of, so more peppermint for me. I'm going to write that down. Okay.
Yeah, peppermint's great. And because doTERRA are 100% pure, which there 95% of the essential oils on the market are not pure. They'll either be diluted down or synthetically created. So this means you can't trust if they are pure or not. And doTERRA test every drop to ensure that it's pure.
And where is it
oil.
made? Because it sounds like, is it English or is it from Spain, or where is it from?
It's American.
Okay.
It's got 7 American founders, but they are a worldwide company. So the oils are sourced from farmers all over the globe, and they then distill it in different places around the world. And the oils, because they're 100% pure, it means that you can take some of them internally. So peppermint, you could have a drop in your glass of water.
Okay.
And this
What would that do for me if I have that in my water, like a drop of that?
So that, again, it would do the same thing as the diffuser. It would make you feel really focused and awake. But also it has this, it helps with digestion. So if you're bloated, or you've got a tummy ache, or you're feeling sick, you could take some peppermint and water, and it would really help soothe you.
Okay, that's good to know. That's great to know. I actually have.
Yeah.
I did buy some peppermint oil fairly recently, and I was carrying it in my pocket, and just instead of using the old Vicks stuff to freshen up your nose, I'd be like, sounds backwards, doesn't it? But but I quite like feeling that I can get a rush of oxygen into my system, because I feel like a natural high. And I can put a bit on here, and sometimes if you just lick it a little bit, it's like a breath freshener.
There we go.
I tried to make my own toothpaste fairly recently, and I started doing a bit of coconut oil and turmeric and a couple of dashes of peppermint oil. I looked online somewhere and found it, and then and it's quite messy with the turmeric, but my teeth has get a lot whiter, so that's been great. I mean, but naturally white, which is what I've been wanting, rather than rubbing off any enamel. My main thing was to be natural. And the peppermint oil just left such a nice fresh feeling. I just thought, instead of like going straight to the toothpaste for a afternoon breath freshener, I just have a dab of like peppermint oil, and
Totally.
it's a right upper. It's a natural high, isn't it? So
you feel really good, and yeah, like you say, it's natural as well, so it's win-win-win, as you say.
Win-win-win. That's what we like. Okay, so we've done lavender, we've done frankincense, and we've done peppermint. Is there anything else that you think you should have in your home cabinet as a beginning?
Yes, I would say lemon is really, really good.
Lemon. Okay, what does lemon do?
Lemon is a natural cleaner, so you can use it in your cleaning products. So if you wanted to make a surface spray, you could use lemon.
Okay.
If it smells incredible, so I use a lot of lemon downstairs in the kitchen. I'll put a drop in the dishwasher, so when the dishwasher's finished and you open the door, just the steam comes out and it smells really nice.
So instead of using the ones you buy from the supermarket, will you just put like a drop of that lemon in the dishes instead?
Yeah, so we make our own little, what they call dishwasher tabs with bicarbonate of soda, and a couple of other ingredients. I also
that. Oh.
Yeah.
So right, because this is amazing. So basically, you're making your own homemade stuff as well, aren't you? Because I saw a video on Facebook recently, and I was like, Amy, that is pretty cool. You're making your own salt scrubs for like healthy skin, and you're doing stuff obviously in the kitchen, right? I mean, at the end of the day, I want to at the end of this, this show, I want to, obviously, where people can see these videos, because this is like amazing. It saves you having to go, number one, spend extra money on stuff you don't need to spend.
So much cheaper.
Two, it's non-toxic, which is not only great for you and for your body. You don't want it to be taking in those toxins. It's good for your kids. It's good for the people you care about. So right, I'm buzzing off that. That's really good. Okay, I'm going to try and do that with my dishwasher now, because I haven't done that before. We just get that like finished disc or whatever. So it's nice to be able to find a new way. Okay, brilliant. So lemon cleans.
It cleans. The craziest thing is, James, I would never have seen myself be this person that would make these things. I would always look to the future and think, I'd love to be able to do that, but I can't be arsed.
Yeah.
But actually now, it just comes very naturally to me. And so if anybody out there is thinking, oh God, no, that just seems impossible. I did think like that, and now it seems easier this way, if that helps anybody out there. So lemon, lemon is great in your water. So you can have your water bottle and put a drop of lemon in the top. Never use plastic bottles because the oils will leach the plastic out into the water. So always use the metal water bottles or glass or ceramic mug.
So what's an essential, like for instance, one of these, like, the essential oils of lemon, what differs between popping that in your water and a fresh bit of lemon juice? What's the difference?
So the not very good at saying this word. The limonene, I believe, is how you say it. The limonene content is higher because when you're taking the essential oil out of a lemon, it comes from the rind, the skin of the lemon, and it's very highly concentrated. Whereas if you're having the lemon just cut from your lemon and put in your water, you're just going to get the gentle flavour, mostly probably from the juicy part of the lemon. And the rind of the skin is where they take the oil from, and this is where you get the high content of limonene. Yes, I think that's even better how I said it then.
So basically the skin of the lemon has the potent nutrients and ingredients, basically what goes in. So it's super helpful.
And this limonene is really good at helping support all the systems in your body.
Yeah. Okay, and the lemon, funnily enough, is one of my favourite fruits. We've got a lemon tree outside the house here, and it's
lovely.
It's just like incredible. And I've got, I'm with my folks at the moment here on lockdown, and I'm getting them on lemon juice every day. I drink lemon juice. That's what I've been drinking here. Lemon juice, water. Just it's cleaner, and I think lemon is amazing. So. Okay, lovely. Lemon, so it's a cleaner, so you can use it not only to put in your water, you can put it in your dishwasher. Is it a disinfectant, or what is it? Is it just really a cleaner? What would you say?
I would say, it's I have to have a look in my book for exactly what it is, but it is really good for cleaning surfaces.
Natural cleaner, natural home cleaner.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah. The other oil which everybody will know is tea tree, and
yes,
in doTERRA they call it Melaleuca.
Okay.
And this is really good for if something's smelly, then you can use tea tree and it will take the smell out of it.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes if like the washing machine's been sat there with the clothes too long, I'll put it through again and I'll make sure I put some tea tree in the washing machine.
Will you just get a couple of drops out and put it in there, or what will you do? Will you spray it? What do you prefer? Do you prefer a spray, or do you like the drops?
I just put a couple of drops in the machine drawer and then press go on the washing machine with some more soap in it. Yeah. And then it's really good. Everybody probably knows it's really good for any spots on the skin.
Okay.
Yeah. It's an antifungal, so it's really good for things like athlete's foot. You can spray it onto the feet with coconut oil. That's a really good one.
Can you put it on like broken skin?
I don't know, actually. I'll have to have a look for that. I'll have a look in my book.
If on your site you can get the book as well, can't you, with the essential oils as well? Do you get a book to show you what each of them do?
Yes, you can. There is a book, a doTERRA booklet that goes through each oil, and then this is one. This is called Essential Life.
Yeah.
This is really good, and that goes into more detail of each of the oils and any conditions that the oils can support. So the other thing with tea tree is on the emotional side. It's helped me quite a few times with emotional, what's the word, protection. Okay. So if I'm holding a space for lots of people, if I'm doing like yoga trainings, yoga classes, or if I'm with people that tend to make me feel negative, those sorts of situations where I really need to stay in my own space and stay strong, tea tree is really wonderful for this. So I would, just pretending this is tea tree, I'd put a drop on my wrists.
Yeah.
And do this. And then I would put a little bit here. And then I would put a drop on my palm of my hands, inhale. And then just take that through my hair. And just, there we go. You feel really connected to the tea tree, and it really helps.
It's amazing that Mother Nature, you know, is really, you know, the solution to everything that I keep coming across. The answer is always Mother Nature's got the answer to this. Mother Nature's got the answer to that. Mother Nature's got the answer to this. We humans are absolute geniuses at creating, you know, and making things, which is amazing. But in terms of like healing, it's always Mother Nature that helps us heal. At least that's what my common denominator keeps coming back to. And when I'm, you know, watching you and listening to you when you're cupping your hands and, you know, you're putting it on your face, the first thing that strikes me is it just changes your mood. And it for me, this is what I think essential oils do. At least this is my perspective, or, you know, from what I'm picking up, this is what I'm intuitively picking up. It just changes the brain receptors, which changes your mood, which changes how your outlook, which changes, and obviously when you change the way you feel, the things begin to morph in that direction because you feel better. And feeling better is really the secret to healing. And that's why I love, you know, listening to which each of these does. And I know that there's a plethora more and cupboards full more of essential oils and all the sort of stuff that they do. But it's so interesting to just go, right, okay, peppermint, frankincense, lemon, tea tree and lavender are nice openers to just go, wow, this can make such a little profound impact, because it's always doing small little things regularly that you get to have different change. And how would you know the benefits of it unless you started implementing a drop in your dishwasher, or, you know, trying or something like that, you know? And it's fascinating, my love. It's fascinating. So if people wanted to contact you, you know, where would they find you? And, you know, where would they find, you know, what you're doing with your yoga, what you're doing with the essential oils? Where can they find you?
So they can come and find me on Instagram. I'm Amy's_ashram.
Yeah.
Or Facebook, they can come and find me. I'm Amy Clay on there. And I have a website, which... Do you put these in the notes?
I'm going to put all of these in the links below. I'm going to put all of these in the links below. And if for people wanting to do any live yoga classes with you and get the benefits of the essential oils when people come out of lockdown, where will you be available?
That's a really good question. You can find me online. That's probably the best place. I've got a YouTube channel which you can put below.
Yes.
We are in the middle of moving. We're selling our home in Sheffield, and we're going to be either moving to, we don't know yet. We want to be living in Wales or Ibiza or the Peak District. We've not quite worked it out.
Sounds like something in Mother Nature, doesn't it?
Yeah, somewhere that's in the middle of nowhere, and you know, at some point you'll be very welcome to come and stay and be in nature with us. So yeah. Watch the space.
Well, very excited. Well, good luck with your next chapter, because, you know, it's not just for you, it's for everybody. Everybody's having like you know, chapters closing in their life and new chapters beginning. So I think that this particular period has been quite an interesting one, because it's allowed people to really rethink and, you know, want to potentially rewire their lives in new wonderful ways, because when you are challenged, you definitely see things a little differently, and it makes you want to have positive change. And I think one of the best ways you can implement positive change is like little daily things such as these essential oils. So Amy, thank you so much for sharing. And, you know, love to hear what you've been up to with your little ones and your husband and your family there. And good luck with everything in the future. I know it's going to work out for you big time, because I think that there's something so much to these essential oils, and, you know, living this sort of non-toxic lifestyle, because, you know, that's only going to benefit your mood, isn't it? And when you feel good stuff happens. That's just kind of like life, or at least it gives you something to fall back on when you do get challenges, which will inevitably happen too. So thank you, Amy, so much for sharing. And Amy Clay is our Super Soul Model of the Week. Thank you so much indeed.
Oh, thank you, James. Thank you so much. It's been really lovely.
Thank you for having this conversation. It means such a big deal, and I hope the audience are able to take away something of great benefit here. I'm sure they will. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Once again, thank you to Amy, and sending you lots of love, well wishes, and always I wish you green lights all the way.